It was his last visit to Afghanistan as a NATO Secretary General. As Jaap de Hoop Scheffer stepped onto the tarmac at Kabul airport, he was greeted by the new commander of ISAF, General Stan McChrystal.
General, what a pleasure to see you back here again, now in your theatre.
Later that evening, the Secretary General held a final press conference with President Karzai. The following day, he paid a visit to the town of Sharan, where Lithuanian, Croatian and Italian soldiers greeted him. The Secretary General met with the district governor and paid a visit to a local girls' school where he spoke to the students.
And who wants to become a doctor? Look. Many.
At lunch, he met with representatives from the provincial reconstruction team, including workers from Japan, who were the first Japanese workers to aid in ISAF PRT. Next stop was the province of Oranjgan in the south, which was a previous hotbed for insurgency. Here he met his fellow Dutch countrymen, as well as Australian soldiers also deployed there. The Secretary-General was taken to patrol base Buman, where he was shown around a new healthcare centre designed by Australian engineers in the nearby town of Sork Magab. He spoke about NATO's progress in the last few years.
Look at the backdrop. We are here in Uruzgan, where we see progress in action in Afghanistan. So if I look at Afghanistan, I realize challenges are huge, but I also leave happy in the sense that we have been able to make progress. We have seen NATO enlarge from 19 nations when I came to 28 now. We have seen France coming back in the integrated military structure in NATO. We have seen NATO become more political, training the Iraqi army, helping Pakistan after the earthquake, helping the African Union in Darfur. So I think, not because that is my record, but I think that NATO has done well over the past years, and I'm happy with that. So I'm leaving the organization as a relatively happy man.
In the evening, he said a few words, stressing the importance of fairness in the upcoming elections.
The girl I met this morning in Sharan at the girls' school was 9, perhaps 10 years old. I met her in her classroom with her classmates and with her teacher. And I asked the girl, "What do you want to become?" She had no clue who I was, of course, and I don't blame her for that. And she doesn't need to know who the Secretary General of NATO is. No way. But she answered me, "Sir, I want to be a fair judge." And that answer moved me, because she wants not only to be a judge, but a fair judge. If that girl already understands the meaning of the word fairness, she'll become a judge, I'm quite sure. And there is a lesson in her answer, I think, this morning, for Afghanistan and for the international community. Because in Afghanistan, in an important election year, it is also of great importance that those elections will be fair and that they will be credible.
He then said farewell to the assembled guests, which included General McChrystal and several presidential candidates.
But I would like to end to tell all my Afghan friends, male and female alike, be well and take responsibility for this wonderful nation, which will not leave my system. Thank you very much indeed, and have a nice evening.